So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the...
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 2nd and 11 now. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
3-yard pickup.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Short of the goal line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Kaepernick's going to try to sneak it. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th
and goal.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And the Bears.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down.
Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game as the Bears push further out in front. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Bears 28, Lions 3. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now it's Trubisky, and this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Trubisky. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Trubisky's pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
Darnell Mooney. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears add on.
His kick is
And he knocks it through.
35. Lions 3. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then,
it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
At their own.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. And he comes back with one complete.
Trubisky's
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
brings up.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Quick pass out to Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Anthony Miller.
3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage. Probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Kaepernick. And Amendola's got it. Complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Second and 2.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup. First down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
That's from the left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Coming up on second and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Bears.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Trubisky's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Trubisky to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Extra point good by Prater. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
For Detroit.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this one.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
It's 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing here, Trubisky. Finds his tight end, Graham. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line.
19 yards. 1st down.
Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. Patterson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Play action. Now Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They go play action. Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30-yard line. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Running from the gun, Johnson. They find some open field here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 and a first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
On the gun, it's Kaepernick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So that one will be accepted. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
The score, Bears 42, Lions 17. Matt Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
12 yards there and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And this one's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. 3rd down here. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
10 yards to go.
Again, it's Trubisky. And complete this one to Patterson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. There's that man again. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Trubisky on 1st down, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Chicago.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on another, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
At the 21-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Here's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete. 4 takes left here on the clock.
Intended for Marvin Jones. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Chicago, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.